today I am going to do something I have been looking forward to and trying to find a solution for quite some time. I've got about 10 drip irrigation zones, and I have wanted to figure out a way to feed everything all at once, and now I've got it. This is they call it a Fertigator. You hook this into your drip irrigation system. It's got a 1-gallon tank. You're not going to overfeed with this because it's microdosing. Your average garden food like Miracle-Gro or whatever, this is a bloom booster here, is usually about 1 tablespoon per gallon. With this thing, I can set it up to where I'm doing like, running 1 part to 200 or 1 to 25. So it really is a gentle microdose, but you can do this on a regular basis, like weekly, and they say that it'll really make everything pop. It comes with some other stuff as well. A good brass fitting. I've got an intake and an outflow there. I've got the hoses for that. I've also got some shutoff valves that I'm going to be installing. And then we've got some separate discs here. So on this system, if you have a drip system that flows less than 120 gallons per hour, you may need to put a flow disc in, and that's why they gave us 3 different ones. It actually, based on your gallons per hour, it tells you what color disc to use. I worked mine up. I'm about 1 gallon every 50 seconds or 72 gallons per hour. So I'm going to be using a white disc. You've got your intake and your outtake here. There's also a setting on here where you can set it to fast, and then 3 slow, and then a couple other levels for intermediate. It's got an agitator and a filter. Another thing I'll tell you is this is a real heavy PVC tank. So this is gonna hold up well. Getting rid of some of that memory there. These are going to go in right here. You just push them right in. This is so that you can shut off flow to the tank and also coming out of it to pressurize your system before you start it. If it's like this, you got flow shut off. If it's in line, flow is going to run through it. Let me go pick them up now. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth and she will be there. When you go to put the tubing in, you got a nice big eye in right there. So the black one is the regular water. The green one is for fertilizer and out, and then you want the clear tubing on that so that you can see the fertilizer rolling. You just kind of push this thing in and boom, she's there. There she is. So now I'm going to put the white disc in. In order to do that, I'm just going to pop this little washer out right here. Inside of here, that washer will sit there down at the very bottom. So I'm going to pop that in and use the head of a nail to get it seated. The water pressure itself is going to keep it on there. And then we'll pop this bad boy back in here. So now that I got it all put together, let's go hook this bad boy up to the drip system. I like the fact that I've got plenty of extra line so I can move this thing, I can work with it, and I might even hide it. We are all the way in there now. And so now, let's go mix up some stuff for it. I labeled me a pitcher. This is just for fertilizing. They say it's best to mix this stuff. I'm going to take an entire package of bloom booster, and I'm just going to dump it into this warm water that I've poured. Now they say you don't have to do warm water, but I'm also going to be adding some fish fertilizer here. They say that the agitator will actually take care of it, over time and break it all down, but I just want to give it a little extra help here. Boy, it's windy today. We'll pour some of this goodness in there as well. Regular water here. Now we're just going to stir this stuff in here real good, get it all mixed up. That smells like something that'll put hair on your plant's chest. So now we're going to pour it into here, and then we're going to fill the jar with water and get all that remaining stuff in there. We're not leaving any of our soldiers behind here. Okay, now we just fill the rest of this up. Here we go. Let's hook her up and watch her work. We're going to put this thing on, and probably the easiest way to hook this thing back on here is to hold this stationary and just rotate the whole canister. And ready tighty. Okay, I've got it set to fast. I'm going to shut both of these off because you don't want this thing flowing when you first charge your drip system. You want to get it all up to pressure and then turn it on. The other thing you're going to want to do is install your brass bib downstream of any filters that you've got, and you also have to have a backflow preventer. You don't want any of this stuff going back into your house water. I'm going to go ahead and start the drip system, and I'm going to let it run for about a minute or so and let everything get up to pressure. And then once we've got that going, we will turn this on and we should get a nice color coming out of here. Okay, we're up to pressure now. We are now flowing feed. This is the reason you have the clear line, so you can see it going. You also know when you've emptied the tank. Do this about once a week and the plants are going to be loving it. But now, from one point, I'm feeding everything in the garden. So I'm feeding this garden and this garden. I'm feeding all of that. I'm feeding all of that. I'm feeding all of that. I'm even feeding over here with the sago. I'm feeding all of that. My hanging baskets are getting it too, and boy, they needed it. They've been needing they've been needing a little pick-me-up there. But there she comes, dripping out of the bottom there. The only thing that's not getting it are these pots right down here. That way I still have a little something to hand water. I still like to do it a little bit. I just don't, when it comes to this entire thing. This guy's getting some too, right here. I have drip lines that run out to these palms that are by the pool area, which I can actually pull up and get out of the way when we have pool parties and get-togethers. Those are getting fed. This bed's getting fed. Boy, she's looking really good. That bed's gonna get fed. That bed's gonna get fed. Everything gets food, yay! Both of these guys are getting fed. This guy's getting fed. And this guy's getting some. This guy's getting some. That bed's getting some. I got to plant. Oh, yeah, I got to plant that thing. Ooh, we got new shoots coming out of the sago too. Damn, all this mint's taking over and it's getting some too. I'm gonna have to fix that. Miss Katie planted some mint so that we'd have fresh mint for our tiki drinks. And yeah, we're gonna have to pare that back a little there, I think. Those bananas are gonna love it, man. They are heavy feeders. The hibiscus, all of that. Yes, indeed. I like it. Just about everything is getting fed all at once. Do you have any idea how much time this is going to save me? Guys, we thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in any of these items, I will have a link in the description down below. I promise you, my time is absolutely worth the cost of that, because it is going to save a ton of it. I'm so happy right now. I just can't contain myself, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Yeah. If you like, you can run over to our Facebook page, Tiki71, and like the page and send us pictures of your projects, plants, tiki bars, all that stuff. Love looking at those pictures, and you can follow us on the Tiki71 on Instagram. I post pictures a lot of times when I'm not doing videos. You can get some behind the scenes stuff there. Also, if you are interested in drip irrigation, I've done several videos over the year. I'm going to post a link up to my most recent one that I did back a few weeks ago. Guys, once again, thank you for watching. We appreciate it so much, especially when you hit subscribe, like, and the bell notification. That way you know when we're uploading new stuff. We will see you in the next one. Man, this is great. I love it, love it, love it.